off campus versus hostel, like off campus in the university and hostel in the university. Reasons why people prefer to stay off campus and reasons why people prefer to stay um, hostels. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while though. So on today's vlog, the topic has already explained it all. Off campus versus hostel, like off campus in the university and hostel in the university. Reasons why people prefer to stay off campus and reasons why people prefer to stay um, hostels. But before we get into the video, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, and turn on your post notification for more videos. Let's start with North Campus. And North Campus is a place situated outside the university college where people stay for the academic session. A white hostel is also a place that is less expensive for students to stay within the university college. So first, reasons why people prefer to stay off campus and reasons why people prefer to stay hostel. Let's begin with the hostel. For the hostel space, come on. Hostel space, it's safe, it's cheaper. Now there's some hostel space outside the country that's expensive, but compared to federal universities or compared to universities in Nigeria, you come to see that the hostels are more cheaper than the off campus. Sorry, you see that the hostels are also expensive. But in federal universities, for instance, here in University of Port Harcourt, the hostel space is for 20,500, except you didn't get it earlier, or maybe the school didn't accept, then you can buy from someone else. But the actual price, like it's a fixed price, is 20,500. Whereas off campus, you can't even see off campus for 70,000. You won't even see for 100. So ranges from for off campus you see is 120, 130, 140, 200, 250, 280, 190. But hostels you can see 20,500. Even if you miss it here and you didn't get it for that price, you can still get for 70, 60, depending on the particular hostels. So here I wrote down some tips and advantages and disadvantages, like why people prefer to stay in the hostel. And number one, actually have it in my phone. So number one, here we have convenience. Hostels are often located close to school, academic buildings, libraries, and other campus facilities, making it easier for students to have access to resources. For instance, in school hostels, inside the school environment, number one, you see that your lecture halls are very close to you. You don't even have to take transport compared to someone staying off campus. You have to take, it's a must that you take transport, except you want to trek. And trekking, you're going to go to that school late, I promise, except you wake up very early as 6 o'clock, already going for a 7 or 8 o'clock class. But compared to the school hostel, you have these academic halls, lecture halls close to you. Aside that, you have your libraries inside the school. So the amount of money you spend on transport first is limited. You have you can even have some fast food inside school that is more cheaper than fast food outside school. So that's one advantages of staying in the hostel. For the for freshers, I think it's actually a very good idea for you to stay in the hostel, so you get to know the environment, get to meet the people, and get to understand the basics, everything concerning that particular school. So number two, here we have affordability. Like I said, here at University of Port Harcourt, we have a fixed price of 20,500 here, but off campus you get to pay amount like 130, 150. Like you can't even compare. Imagine 130, 20,500. Come on, that's a huge difference. So in many cases, staying in a hostel can be more affordable than renting an apartment. This is especially true for students who may not have a lot of financial resources. Yeah, not all students have the financial resources to do off campus. It's not even about that. Some students have financially well, like they are okay, they are from rich families, also stay in hostel. Some of them might even collect um, an amount for those staying in off campus and go and pay cheaper in the hostel. Come on, hostel is a very, very fun place to stay. So that's another advantage of staying in the hostel. Number three, we have safety and security. Honestly, that's like the number one thing I would advise anyone that wants to stay in the hostel. That's the first thing before every other thing. Safety and security. Here in um, this off campus, we have been in a situation whereby thieves came to the compound and people were really scared. Like different things happen, different things happen, but it's just the grace of God that keeps us safe. But compared to the hostels, before you even enter the gate to the hostel, you are going to be you've seen some sheriffs, security men at the gate, so you can't even enter like that without giving us information. And here in this school, University of Port Harcourt, we have female hostels and we have male hostels, so you have to be very, very careful. As you like, it's a very, very, very safe place for you to stay. Like you just be calm, like, because you know thieves cannot come except the people within you, like your fellow girls in the room and thieves. But compared to off campus, you see thieves like armed robbers come with whatever thing. So many people have been in that situation where sometimes they start shooting at the roof, at the walls. So that alone is another very, 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 very good advantage of staying in the hostel. So here we have social opportunities. Living in a hostel can provide opportunities for you to meet other students from different backgrounds. This thing is true. Though in off campus, we also have you can also associate with people. It's also a nice social gathering for you to meet other people and meet other opportunities. But compared to the hostel, come on, hostel, you have okay, there's this particular hostel here in University of Port Harcourt. It's called Kinjaja. You have block A, block B, block C, block D. You can make friends in different blocks. Aside that, your own wing, like the hostel, come on, people are so much there, and each room you have four in a room. So you meet the person close to you. You can have a nice conversation with the person, and you guys can just share knowledge. And another thing for staying in the hostel is the fact that sometimes you might be so needy that you don't even know where the next food you're going to eat will come from. In the hostel, for instance, someone can making food to an extent is not good, because sometimes they use it against you, like, oh, this girl can beg, oh, this girl can ask for something, this girl can borrow. But sometimes it's also it's nice, it helps a lot, because someone can be cooking and like, hey, I go chop is like, I'll eat though. So I'm just like, okay, no problem, you've gotten your dinner or your lunch. Sometimes you might have some certain amount of money, and this other person too, both of you can come together, contribute something and make something to eat. Aside that, in hostels you see people coming, or I have this for sale, I have that for sale. Things are cheaper because they know they are coming into the hostel, and these are students. Some of them don't work, some of them depend on people, their guardians for money, so you have to sell your things at cheaper rates for them. So it's a very, 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 very nice place for you to, even if you're a shy person, the hostel will make you, not like the hostel will make you an extrovert, but at least you that don't know how to talk, you that don't know, because idea, be ready for anything that comes with it. So another thing is amenities. Like hostel often provides a range of amenities, including common areas, study spaces, recreational facilities, blah 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 blah, whatever. So that's an amenities. Like in hostels, there's this place you call quadrangle. There you come to your friends, but there's even a television there where you watch movies at night. Sometimes you watch in the afternoon. For instance, when a show like Big Brother is up, you see people gather there to watch it. Or there's water, there's light in the hostel compared to off campus. Off campus, the day you see light, just be grateful. All thanks to, I don't know, whoever that is sitting there, whoever that is in charge, things has really changed. But compared to before, like you would stay a whole week, more than 1 week, 2 weeks, and you haven't seen light. And it's like they used to pump water, so there's no water, so you have to pay for water, and it can be really, really frustrating. You have to go outside to start charging your devices, or except you have a generator. Come on, student, you have a generator, won't you buy fuel? Need to service the generator, need to buy oil, everything, so many expenses. But compared to the hostel, oh my god, it's hostel. Even if there's no light, they put on the school generator. Like, you're so lucky. Like, staying there is very nice. There's a quadrant where you go there to read, to there are even shops there, like inside, like you don't even have to come out of the hostel. There are shops there and they sell things at cheaper rates. So it's actually a very nice place to stay. For it might not even be a fresher, but for a fresher, it's an advice for you to go to the hostel first. I won't advise a fresher to just go straight to the off campus, but though it depends on the individual's preference. If you want to, you can go. If you don't want to, but for me, I'll just prefer for a fresher to go straight to university hostels. And so it's not even about being a fresher. There are so many persons in 200 level, 300 level, 400, 500 level, 600 level that still stays there because come on, it's cheaper. Like it's very cheap. Another thing is support. Hostel staff are often available. Yeah, for support, like I said in the earlier, support for to repair your bunk, your bed might just go bad, you go, they ask, give you another one. You see enough campus that you go and call somebody to come and anything you are calling somebody for, you are paying for it. But compared to the hostel, sometimes, no, truly, sometimes in hostel you have to pay for some stuff. Well, things like your bunk or things like electricity, the school helps to um call someone that's going to repair it. And aside that, in terms of cutting the grass, you don't cut the grass yourself. You also, there are cleaners that will do that for you. There are cleaners that clean the hostels. So it also helps with support. So honestly, I would hostels is very it's cheap. It can help you know what is happening in the hostel. And one thing I like about hostel is the fact that you can never go, like you can never be bored in the hostel. You can never be bored except you just want to stay on your own. And in hostel you can't stay on your own. You cannot stay on your own because even if you try, that one person will always come to annoy you. Like hostel is a place that I stay off campus, but sometimes I go to the hostel. Sometimes I go to the hostel to just sit down there and listen to what is happening in school. You hear gist, what this girl is doing, what that guy is doing, what this lecturer is doing. Like it's very fun. And aside that, the fight, the quarrel, the marshal and a student is quarreling, 300 level versus 100 level, all those stuff is really interesting. Don't mind me, but come on, it's interesting. I mean, who doesn't want to stay in a place that is loud? Though, for someone like me, I like that kind of. I don't like place that is very quiet. Like, come on, what's happening? But when you go to those stages, it's like all back to back. Yeah, hearing fights. Oh, this person is fighting. You want to go out, you want to see what's happening. Then you now come back. Then just your roommates what happened. It's very advantages. You also have some disadvantages. And here I have number one, lack of privacy. That's like the basic, the number one, lack of privacy. My dear, you can never live a private life. Like, shall I use a private life? Or let me just say, you can't, that privacy, that space of, I want to be alone, you can never have it in the hostel. Except you just want to sleep all day and you can't sleep all day. Except you just want to sleep all day and just stay on your own. But there's nothing like you're the only person in this room. You are the only person here. When you want this, you see it. See, one annoying thing with hostel is the fact that you can keep something at a particular place, and when you come back, you won't see that thing there. That thing pisses a whole lot of persons up. I know people that stay in the hostel that are my friends, and sometimes when you go there, the way they talk to me, I'm like, come on, what is it? I just came to see you, and you're pouring your anger at me. When you hear them like, oh, my spoon, I brought 6 spoon. I'm like, I brought 6 spoon to this place. Now I'm only saying two. Some they will now start going as far as writing in the use this divider, or is it compass that is inside mathematical set, and they'll start using it to write their notes. And even at that, people that will still take it. So they'll tell you, don't spread clothes, or maybe when they wash clothes and someone spreads the clothes on their spread line, you'll be like, don't spread your clothes here, move your clothes. So there's always a problem. That privacy is not there. You would never have that privacy. You cook your food. Sometimes you go back. I heard that happens in male hostel that when you cook your food, you come back, someone has eaten half of it. Just different stories. Or you come back, maybe you come back to cook your food and see that someone is already using your pot, see that somebody is using your place to serve another person. Very annoying. Someone come and beg you for, oh please borrow me this, borrow me that, borrow. So it can be annoying sometimes. And aside that, there are some days you just want to stay, you just want to think, you just want to leave. You get, just want to speak to yourself aloud, but because you're in this place, you can't do such. So that's like, and that thing can be annoying. See, it's very annoying whereby you drop a thing and you go back there, it's not there. It's not even nice for me. Then number two, there's noise. Oh my god, see noise in the hostel. Is something else. There's some days you come back so stressed out and you just want to bathe, eat and sleep. Then you hear that the supervisor is doing this to one person, they are shouting in the quadrangle. Some persons might, the way they watch their movies can be so annoying, it's very loud, this person's laptop is loud, this person is playing loud music. And the thing is, all of you all share the same space, so you cannot just go and tell off your music, I want to sleep, come on. That's like another fight on its own. So you just have to endure, you just have to endure the whole thing. But I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I enjoy all those stuff when I, maybe because I don't stay in the hostel. So when I go there, I want to see that fight. I want to see, oh, hostel is this, hostel is that. I want to see why I, people are actually saying this about hostels. The hostel for me is a place that I go to listen to just. Number three, rules and regulation. Off campus, who's giving you rules? Who's giving you regulations? Like who you be, for what? The hostels, there are rules and regulation. If you don't clean your space, or if you don't clean your gutter space, they will seize your bed. If you don't seize your bed, they will tell you to buy soap, they will tell you to buy mop. If you don't wash the toilet the day your fellow roommates are washing, there's a penalty for it. If you come back this so time, there's a penalty for it. If you do this, there's this for it. So there is the rules. Some of you, they're like, oh, don't squat with people in the hostel, don't bring your gas, don't bring your hot plate. Here in University of Port Harcourt, in every hostel, you are only allowed to use a stove. But truth is, even students still use gas, some still use hot plates. But they have to be very careful, because if they catch you, my dear, your bed is gone and you have to pay some amount of money for you to get that bed. Or they will tell you, they will expel you for a while, or just give you suspension, depending on when you start misbehaving or doing stuff and it is already affecting the people in the room, or affecting people in the particular wing or particular block, and they're going to expel you and tell you to leave, and your money is gone. So the rules and regulations there can be sometimes not needed. But if there's no rules and regulation, I don't know how hostels will be. Imagine they tell you to watch the toilet, you see the one your house trying to watch the toilet. How will it be? When you go there the next time, it won't look nice to you. So you just have to listen and just, and just do it. Number four, we have shared facilities. You have to share you have to share your bathroom, share the toilet. You queue on the line for you to get water. It happens, it still happens to date, where you see the queue. Some people even start fighting, girls start tearing their clothes, removing their wig just to get water. So in fact, because you share it off campus, you have a particular tap in your bathroom. Even if you don't have it in your bathroom, if possible, you must have it in your bathroom, you must have it in your kitchen. And if you're lucky enough, sometimes when you open your back door, your balcony door, you see that there's a tap there. So you cannot stay on a queue that you're getting water from off campus, because there's running water in your room, so you don't have to stress yourself. But compared to hostels, you even go ahead to share kitchen, and sometimes the kitchen, I think they lock it, so you have to cook outside. And then when you now cook outside, they will tell you that supervise. So many stories. And number six, short-term options. Hostels here in University of Port Harcourt, once you're done with the session, you leave. So I have a friend that once she's done with the section, she brings all her stuff to my own place. Then she has to apply for another one. Then when she applies, she starts bringing in. So that's another thing, short-term options. The person you met this session might not be the person you're going to meet next section. That's just simply true about the hostel. But compared to lodge, you can stay in lodge for 8 years. You can even stay in lodge after school. You do your clearance. You're still in that place. You do your NYSC. You're still in that place. You even get married if you want, because here where I stay, there are some married persons that stay in this particular lodge. So short-term option, and it can be, sometimes people do not have friends that stay off campus, so they have to start carrying their load back to their family houses, and it can really be stressful. So that's based for me. That's the disadvantages I know about hostels. Or everything in life has advantage, everything in life also has disadvantage. In my next video, this video is already quite long, so in my next video I'll be focusing more on off campus. So thanks for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, please and please subscribe and turn on your post notification for more videos, and let's watch out for part 2.